Hello YouTube, I'm Atomic Funko and I'm here to teach you guys how to draw furries. Now today's tutorial, based on the title, is we're going to be going through trying to draw a nice simple fox's head. Now, I would like to also just put in here that if you guys enjoy this video and at the end you decide that you want to keep following my tutorials or maybe, see more of how you can get into just art in general, why don't you just do me a good old little favor and hit that subscribe button down below, hit the nice little ding-a-ling bell for a good old alerts, and then finally, why don't you just also hit that nice little like button just to help out the analytics of this channel. So guys, if you also want to continue seeing my art and just see how I draw, you can also follow me on my Twitch. That is twitch.tv/ItamiFunko, and that'll be in the nice description below as well, linked. Anyhow, let's get to it. What you guys are going to need to learn how to draw, obviously, is going to be a sheet of copy paper or sketchbook, a number 2 pencil, and a not pink eraser. I'm looking at you guys that have those pink erasers. Yeah, you know who you are. You should always use a rubber eraser for one reason. Helps get those pencil lines out easier and doesn't leave any residue. Now, when we're thinking about furries, you guys are just thinking, oh, cutesy animal, that should be easy to draw, right? Wrong. It's all based on simple shapes, just like an anime character's head. It always starts off with a circle. And that's what we're going to be doing, is we're going to be starting off with a circle. So everybody, you're going to take your... If you're also using a drawing monitor or tablet, you guys can also follow along with this too on your favorite drawing software. But I'm going to keep my pencil over at a nice 20, because this is a pretty big canvas anyway. So what we're going to do first is going to get our circle in. So everybody just go ahead and draw a cheeky little circle. It doesn't matter whether or not it's good looking or not. It just needs to look like a circle. Now when you get your circle drawn in, you're already now getting some percentage in there. Because now what we're going to end up doing for our next step is we're going to be doing like how you would on a 3/4 view. I'm going to put that nice little arc line there and an arc line here. Now, I bet you guys are probably wondering, but I thought we were drawing a furry. This is just how we draw an anime head in a 3/4 view. Normally yes, but at the same time no. Because we're going to add something else to this. Right down here, we're going to be adding a very strange looking oval that has these pointed sides. And then what we're going to do, after we add that nice little oval in there, see, look at that. Now, with the pointed side, we're going to bring it down, and then we're going to bring it up. And this is going to be your jaw and cheek lining. This will help you flush out the rest of the character overall. From here, we're gonna go ahead and get our snout in there with the muzzle, which is the mouth, and the nose, pretty much. Now, like I said, what you're gonna want to do here is we're gonna start kind of arcing a line. So we're gonna bring it here, and then bring it on over here, just like so. When we get to about this length, you're gonna then do this little arc going across, nice little arcing line, to about right where the nice horizontal arc is, and stop right there. From here, we're going to bring down our nose just a tad to about right there, and then bring it up with another arcing line. Now, I bet you're probably all saying, what's all these arcing lines? Well, this is how we're just building our structure. Now, you can do other things too. You can do another arc line right here, just to build the bridge of the snout, if you really want to. You don't have to. It also just helps you know the distance between the nose and everything. Now, we already got our snout in. Now we gotta get our mouth in, which is a total new thing for our directions. So what's gonna happen here is we're gonna be doing a kind of like a half circle, about right there, and then bring it up. That's one. Now for the other side, we're not doing a half circle so much. It's looking like a half circle, but what's going to happen is it's going to, as it's coming up, you're gonna swoosh it out, kind of like that. Now for your bottom jaw, this is where it gets a little different, and we'll come back for that. First things first, what you're gonna want to do is make sure you don't go all the way past this. You're just gonna kind of bring this down a little bit, and then bring it up, and then connect it to the rest of the upper jaw. Now, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna just build a cheeky little mouth for now, just so we can see that where everything goes, just like that. Now, as we are looking at the rest of the head, we're gonna look at the cheeks, right? So when we think of a fox, their hair kind of pokes up a little bit on the cheeks. So you guys can just go ahead and add like whatever you want for hair, like that, and then just try to connect it into the jaw somehow, like that. Same thing on this side, we're just gonna do the same, just like that, just like that, and then we're gonna connect it to the bottom of the jaw. Now for the eyes are gonna kind of do a nice little arc going up like that and stopping about right there. Same thing on this side, stopping right about there, and we're just gonna draw in some basic eyes for now. We're not gonna really fill in anything, we're just getting it all flushed out, just like that. And as you guys can see, we've already built most of the head. Now comes, you know, some eyebrows. You can do them thin, you can do them thick, it doesn't really matter. Just put some eyebrows in there. They are anthropomorphics anyway. It's supposed to look kind of humanish. Now, when we come up to the ears kind of triangulate. So we're gonna kind of just go on like this, and then we're gonna bring them down, and then when we get about right here, we're gonna kind of angle it in. So they're kind of like these brokenish looking triangles that kind of come into the side of the head and then connect over here. Now, same thing on this side, just like so. Make sure they're about relatively the same height. Don't want them to be disproportionate. And then same thing. Bring it down, and then when we get about here, angle it inward, and then just bring it in. Now, to really define your ears, to make them look a little bit more three-dimensional, you guys can do this. Just kind of bring in like some of the ear. Make sure, you know, it looks proportionate. So then this is adding extra depth to your ear, and it gives your ears this found perspective to make it look more alive and more realistic. Well, not realistic, but more detailed, I should say. Because if you're probably doing this, you're probably not doing it in a realistic fashion. And then for the inside of the ears, let's add a little bit of their ear fluff. Because just how furries are, they have fluff almost anywhere. And always, everywhere. Same thing here. Just gonna add a little bit of fur in those ears. Kind of make the ear fluffy on the inside. Now you can do other forms of it too. You can just do like this too. Triangles all along the bottom. It doesn't matter much. Now, right here, we're gonna just put in a nice little neckline. And then right about there, we'll put in a neckline. Just to kind of give it this more realistic kind of look. Then we'll just do this. And then we'll just do that. Just to kind of give it like a nice little shape. And this is how you draw a fox's head. Or a wolf's head. This same formula can be applied to either a wolf or a fox, except for the ears. The ears will change depending. These are more like fox-like ears. Wolves have a shorter kind of triangular kind of ear. So make sure you remember that when you're doing these pieces and going in it and going with it accordingly. Study up on animal anatomy, make sure you know what you're doing, and make sure you know that every fox has different shapes of heads and ears, depending on what it is. Like a fennec fox. Fennec foxes have those really adorable giant ears. and I love fennec foxes. But, you know, every one of them are going to be different accordingly. Make sure when you're doing the artwork, you read up on species before you go right in it and digging up what you can, because if not, you might be very disappointed with the end results if you were trying to go for, say, a cat and it looks like a wolf. Because cats have a flatter snout to what a canine would have. So anyhow, guys, I hope this tutorial helps you in your endeavors of trying to learn furry art. And if you want more content or more tutorials on how to draw furries or even anime characters, please comment below what you want to see next. Would you like to learn how to draw a feline's head? Maybe a bigger cat's head? Maybe you want to learn how to do a wolf? Hey, whatever you want me to try to do my hands at, go ahead and just comment it below, and I'll take a look into it, and I will get back to you guys as soon as possible. Please, guys, have a wonderful day, and let me see what you guys can do. And I hope all of you stay creative.